Ladies and gentlemen, today's a special day. It's a special day because it's new guitar day. And I have not had one of these guitars since the 90s. That's right. 1990, maybe 1998, possibly, is when I changed to a different instrument. But yeah, got new guitar here. So just so you're aware, let's tilt this down so you can see. I have not cracked this open yet. This is the seal of approval here. Have not opened this, so there has been no preemptive viewing of this instrument. And I purchased this from WildWood Guitars, which, if you've never had an experience where people treat you like royalty when you're buying an instrument, just go to WildWood. That's how they treat you. They treat everybody like you're a rock star and go above and beyond. So huge shout out to Greg and the whole team at WildWood Guitars. So without further ado, because I've had this sitting in the house for 2 hours and I've been chomping at the bit to open this, let's open it. Here we go. Cracking it open. All right, can you see that? Here. I'm using my iPhone for this instead of my nice camera because I don't feel like setting up mics. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I haven't had one of these instruments since the 90s. And this is kind of like if I was going to have a guitar of this nature, I'm not going to tell you what brand or whatever, but if I was going to have one of these, I would want it to be exactly 100% as this looks. And I hope if it sounds half as good as it looks, it's going to be amazing. Another quick couple shout outs really quick. My buddy Todd Puma, thank you so much. He's the one that let me borrow the Slash Les Paul. If you saw that video, then you're going to understand what this is. Also, and then Todd, by the way, if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't have gone this direction. And I really appreciate you, buddy. Also, to my friend Chris Evans from OCE Pedals, who, when I was at his house a couple years ago, we went to NAMM, he had me play his, and he was like, dude, I think you really need one of these. And at the time, I just wasn't ready. Just wasn't ready. But Chris, thank you for pushing me and for always being a good friend. Here we go. All right, you probably already see what it is. It is. Oh, that's cool. You got this little sleeve around goes around the headstock and everything. It is a Les Paul. All right, so what Les Paul? Let's find out. All right, here we are. We're on the floor. We're in front of the amps. Oh, that's coming later. This is not mine, but another video is coming later on that. It's a Greer amp. Anyway, that's not what this video is about, Mark. ADHD. Concentrate, buddy. This guitar is a WildWood Select Les Paul. What does that mean? It means that it's a Les Paul standard, but it has a custom shop top. You're about to witness the thing that friggin' took my breath away when I saw this on their website. Here we go. Wow. Oh man, I don't know if you can already see that. So it's a honey burst, and it's a big boy. It's 9.6 pounds, but it actually doesn't feel that much heavier. But dude, look at the finish, the top on this thing. This maple cap is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Wow. All right. I think the tip for pickup selectors in here. Also, too, huge shout out to, yeah, it's in here. Huge shout out to WildWood Guitars, because what they do, what's nice, oh, the neck feels great. I said it's slimmer, but I mean, it feels just like I like guitars. It's kind of in tune too. But anyway, yeah, they set everything up for you. So like what I did was I told them, here's the kind of strings I like. It looks like they even put a pack in here. Or no, this is the pack that they used. So I used 10.5s. So they put some of those on there, but I use string joys. I don't use Diodarios. Sorry, Diodario. But anyway, yeah, I told them that I play slide and I don't want the action too low. I want to be able to fret on the fretboard, but also play slide. So they did all that. It actually feels, yeah, it feels great. Yeah, amazing. So let's plug it in, man. Let's plug it in. This is so friggin' cool. Howdy, folks. Yes, indeed. New guitar day. Here, about this camera. Check this sucker out. Look at the flame on that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So, it's a couple days after I got this instrument. The reason I wanted to wait a little bit is because I felt like it would have been doing a disservice to this instrument for me to not spend some time with it first. So I just had a rehearsal, and I was like, that's the perfect time for me to work out any kinks and whatever. But not that I needed to do that, because the past 2 nights, every night I've just been sitting playing it unplugged while I'm watching TV, whatever. Just because it feels so good. But what is this thing? So got this from WildWood Guitars in Colorado. You know that because of Greg Koch. He does all those wonderful demos. His hilarity ensues. But this guitar is not a WildWood Select. What this guitar is it's basically a Les Paul Standard 60s, so it's got a little bit slimmer of a neck, and it has a custom shop top. So it's basically like Les Paul Standard custom shop top. So you pay a little extra. There's a little premium to get that extra flame, as you saw. And let me just do another little pass by, because good Lord, look at this. So one of my friends was like, it looks like a PRS. And I was like, blasphemy, blasphemy. PRS looks like this. Let me just take a quick aside and say, I have been searching for a Les Paul for 2 years probably. My very first guitar was a black, I think it was called Ebony, and it had chrome hardware. It was a Les Paul Studio, and that was my very first guitar that I got. That was like my nice guitar. So I started on this like Yamaha thing that I played for 3 or 4 years, and then I got a Les Paul. And I sold that stupidly years ago, but do you know what I sold that for? I sold it and I bought a Klon Centaur in 2002. So I think that was a good swap and a good investment. But yeah, so basically I've been searching for one. I've owned several PRS guitars, and I'll be honest with you, I'm a Maryland guy. I'm from here. I want to love PRS. I want to play their instruments, but I cannot for the life of me find an instrument of theirs that stuck around. I've sold them all because I get to a place where I'm just like, something happens and I don't dig them. I don't know what it is. So PRS and Paul, I'm a Maryland guy. I want to play your stuff. I loved the Silver Sky. I would love to own one of those one day. But if you can think of any other instrument you think that will stay in my hands and want me to play it every night, I'm all open to that. But that aside, I just got to a place where I wanted another Les Paul. As I said in the opening, my buddy Todd let me borrow his. I fell in love again, and I'm always going to be a Strat guy forever. I'm always going to play my Strat. It's not like Strats are going away, but I can see how the Strat and this are going to be number one together. So let's have some sort of Lego relationship where both of these could be my number one. I haven't A-B'd this against my Josh Williams, but I've been wanting a solid bodied 2 humbucker guitar for quite some time. So I took the deep dive. It's a little scary when you do that, when you order from a company and you've never played it. But I will say this with 100% confidence that if you ever want to do that, and you ever feel like you find an instrument on WildWood's site that looks like it's a beautiful instrument, you can even ask them to play them if you want to compare a couple models, and they will tell you what it feels like, what it sounds like. Best customer service of any store, I would say storefront out there, period. Like the level of attention they make you feel like you're an artist, like you're John Mayer. You know, they just make you feel like you are the most important person they're talking to. And I've bought 2 instruments now, both my custom shop Strat and this, and I will continue to buy instruments from them and not worry about it, because 2 in a row, knocking it out of the park. I'm so happy. I can't even tell you guys. So anyway, what is this? So it's a Les Paul Standard 60s custom shop top. The pickups are specially wound for Wildwood, so they're called WildWood 59. So they're like PAFs, so a little lower output, and the fretboard feels great. It is so comfortable to play. The neck shape is so comfortable. It's slimmer. It's probably a little slimmer than my Strat, but it feels like my Strat in a way. For some reason, it's got Grover tuners. It's just fantastic. So let's make some noise. We're going to go into the Tone King Sky King. This is an OG Tone King. So this is when Mark Bartel was still building these. This is actually Mark's amp. It's still been on loan for months and months and months. I'm going to get it back to him eventually, but right now we're going to make noise with it. Let's go into the rhythm channel, and we're going to play some clean stuff. Here is the neck pickup. All right, let's go to the middle position. Both volume knobs are on 10, so we are maxed out here. All right, bridge. Nice. Yeah, when you dig in, it gets that little bit of love behind the notes. So absolutely gorgeous sounds. I just feel like this thing can do so much. I missed having that like 2 pickup situation with a solid body guitar. Obviously the Josh Williams does it perfectly too, but just backing down the treble a little bit. And then the little trick of backing down the neck and bringing up the bridge pickup. It's kind of like that telly thing. Forgot how to play it, but you get the point. You get the point. All right, let's put on some overdrive here. We're doing the second channel. This is the lead channel of the Tone King. I could not have asked for a more lovely purchase. Thank you again to WildWood Guitars. Thank you also to all my friends who have been so supportive and like answering my questions about their single cut guitars. And you know, the list could go on and on. There's so many people that I talked to over the years about this stuff. Cam from Gibson, I gotta drop you in there too, buddy. You've always been super helpful in terms of talking to me about the different models and how they feel, all that stuff. So Cam, Todd, Chris, Buddy Blues, thank you also too for talking to me about the other guitars that you have that are single cut instruments, Heritage, Gibson, all that stuff. We talked so many times about that as well. So thank you again, WildWood. This is a dream come true. This instrument is honestly a dream guitar. Thank you again. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you next time.